Hey Wookiees, Rebels, and more. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been able to make a video. I miss being able to make videos for you guys. So, let's just jump into it. Actually, before we jump into it, we're gonna be talking about Rey's training montage in episode 8. We are going to be using a bunch of different footage to try and make this training montage, and then use music and Luke voiceover to make it appear as if Luke actually trained Rey, conveying that she might have trained for a longer than just a few days on the island, and that she might have been there for, who knows, weeks, a month. Time moves differently on Force planets, as the lore has kind of established, like how Dagobah was held time differently for Luke to train for longer, while Leia and Han were in the asteroid field. Before we get into it, I do have to give a huge disclaimer that this concept and idea did not originate with me. I don't need that. I first learned about this from a editor named Ivan Ortega. I tried to find his video where he broke down his cut of this, but I couldn't find it on YouTube anymore. So I put a link below for his Last Jedi trailer that he did, and it seems like he's posting a lot more now, but he cleaned out all of his episode 8 stuff, and I don't really know why. Yeah, I'll just show you what he did a little bit, and then tell you what I did differently. And my edit will be quite different from his, but ultimately this scene was a really good idea, and I'm really happy to show it off, because I definitely did some things different, and I want to explain that. Let me just play the entire scene real quick. This is with Luke's voiceover, and with the music will be changed to appease the YouTube gods, but you'll kind of get a good idea of what this is. And then I'm gonna play it real quick so that all right, real quick before we get into it, quick editor's note. I actually can't believe I forgot to do this. What a blunder on my end. I need to acknowledge the very talented Morden Gray for bringing us the voice of Luke Skywalker for this voiceover. I didn't want to just do AI, as I think there's a lot of limitations there, and I know you can use talent to add voice, and that might be something I consider for other places, but here I feel like Morden Gray's performance is really clean and fits seamlessly with Mark Hamill's performance. I think he hits the cadence, and his tone is absolute perfection. So all the praise to him for bringing these lines to life. Thank you, Morden Gray. Incredibly talented, and I can't wait to show what else we worked on. All right, let's get to it.
I feel something.
You feel it?
Yes, I feel it.
That's the Force.
Really?
Wow, it must be really strong
Oh,
with
I've
you.
never felt any... Ow! You meant reach out, like... I'll try again.
Breathe. Just breathe. Breathe. Just breathe. Feel the Force. It comes from every being around us, every plant, every animal. You, me, Ben. We're all connected. Fight only to restore hope. Don't push your fears away. You must learn to face them. Reach out with your feelings. The lightsaber is not a weapon. It is an extension of yourself, just like the Force. The dark side feeds on the pain and suffering of others. The light heals and lifts it up. My master once said, "The Jedi are not soldiers. We are beacons of life and light." Let the Force guide you. Only then will you be a true Jedi.
Now that they're extinct, the Jedi are romanticized, deified. If you strip away the myth.
So yeah, that's it. I'm very curious to see what you guys think. For those of you who've seen Ivan's cut and like what changes I've made, and for those of you who are watching it for the first time, if you think this will be a good inclusion to episode 8 so that Rey actually feels like she's training. I pulled stuff from Luke, like fishing from earlier, and there were some shots from like the behind the scenes of when Rey and Luke fight later that they did a day for night for. So the behind the scenes is shot in the day, so I was able to use it here as if, you know, they're training with a stick and it's raining and time is passing, you know. She doesn't get to just get the lightsaber and use it day 1, you know, like she does in episode 8, but instead she's got to work up to the lightsaber, and then she gets that, and you really get this sense that Luke is teaching her. But like using the behind the scenes footage here, that was also in Ivan's cut. One of the things that I did a lot differently is my voiceover and Luke's dialogue goes in a different direction towards the end. So yeah, there's this quick dialogue bit that I'm quite proud of, where Luke is saying that the dark side feeds on the suffering of others, but the light heals. And this is just a fun foreshadowing, very, very subtle foreshadowing that Rey will become a Force healer in the 9th film and will be able to heal things, so that we can get a lesson from Luke here that we know verbatim Rey takes on in the next film, and essentially will probably be with her for the rest of her life, and that Luke as a master wasn't just a butthead. You know, he just, you know, he was grumpy, he will be grumpy, but he wasn't a complete butthead. That Luke gets so much joy from teaching that even when he's grumpy, he can't help but to pass on the Force. Luke Skywalker has spent his entire life honing this skill, honing this knowledge, and I mean, I just feel like anyone who I've ever met who has really absorbed something, when you ask them about their craft, they sometimes can't help themselves but to teach what they know. And if you get someone who's really, really invested and wants to be a student, the master really can't hold back. And I understand the original interpretation of Luke in episode 8 was to make him more of a like very, very depressed character, but I want Rey as a student to kind of bring a little bit of light into Luke's island here, to his darker world that he's found himself in. I don't mind that Luke is a necessarily like grumpy in this one and fallen. He will not try to kill off the Jedi in this version. He will never say the words, "It's time for the Jedi to end." I just don't see him doing that. In my version of episode 8, Luke really is going to be trying to find a way to save Ben. But I'm going to try and push that a little further in the fact that Rey, he's searching for a way to find a way to save Ben Solo. And as he's waiting and contemplating and meditating, Rey shows up as the Force's like answer to Luke's call, and he rejects her. And so it's irony there that when the Force does answer Luke's call, he rejects the Force answer because it's not how he envisioned it in his head, or it's not what he thought. And this will also play directly into episode 9, where if I can pull it off, we will see Luke and Kylo Ren have a conversation reminiscent of the Duel of the Fates script, but that'll be for another video. I'll kind of show you what that idea is and where that's at and where that's going. I talked about it in one of my like live stream recaps. I'm still figuring this whole thing out, so I appreciate y'all's patience with me. I think it's something that I'm just trying to grow and learn, but if you guys are enjoying what I'm working on, then I am more than happy to share it, of course. So with that, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and please hit the like, subscribe. I don't know, I'm still learning. Did I say everything? I don't know. Alright, I guess I'm done being weird. I'll see y'all in the next one.